YouTube up? Welcome back to Channeladriantv, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post. And if you see anything you want me to react to, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms. It'll be pinned in the description. Y'all, welcome to another Sunday service. Before we even start today's Sunday service, be blessed that you were lived to see another week. So in today's Sunday service, I wanted to cover the top 5 men you should either avoid or limit your time around, because some of these characteristics I'm about to go over, some of your family member and friends could very well have these. Now, you may not want to cut them out your life, and that's fine and that's okay, but you should limit your time around them because it's going to hinder your development. And y'all know, everybody that's on this channel, that's watching this channel, I want you to improve every single year. I want you to be healthy, and I want you to make as much money that you want to live comfortable and being able to protect and provide for your family. Let's start with number one. Number one are men that are passive aggressive. I know women get this bad rep of them being passive aggressive, but for whatever reason, men now more than ever are starting to be more passive aggressive. Have you ever had this happen to you? Like someone told you something what someone said about you, and you went to go confront them about it, and then they started stumbling over their words like, oh, well, no, I didn't say that, but what I meant was. Men that are passive aggressive are weak, because as men we should be able to tell each other to each other's face of how we feel. Like, I have no problem saying, hey man, you're not a bad person, but I don't feel like kicking it with you. I don't vibe with you like that. It's not hard to say that. What I've noticed in my life is men that are passive aggressive, they're doing it low key because they're either jealous of you or hating on you on the low. So be very wary of that. Yeah, that's number one. Men who are passive aggressive, honestly, I don't know why you still want to hang around them. Me personally, when I see a man being passive aggressive will be once I instantly cut them off, because as a man, there's a certain code we all have, and one of those codes is just being direct with each other. But now we have to deal it from other men. Now, number two, it's men who don't work out or take their health and fitness seriously. Now, I do know a majority of men are overweight or obese, but my thing is, men, you should want to hang around men who actually work out and take their health and fitness seriously, because number one, you get no benefits from not working out. And then number two, it helps pushes you, like your gym bro or your gym friend, whatever you want to call it. It helps pushes you to become better, and then bonding forms, and then it's a good energy to have, that you know you're pushing each other in a good way. Now, I know some people could say, well, I'm not trying to compete with you. Why'd you want to compete with your friend? It's not about competition. It's about you and your friends pushing each other in a healthy way to become better. Because what's the big thing message I've always said on the channel? I want all of y'all to be healthy and be physically active. So if you're around the group of men who take that seriously, you're going to continue to grow leaps and bounds. Because I know a lot of people, they're not strong enough mentally to be above the fray. Like, say if everybody in their family and friends are overweight and then they go to the gym by themselves, some men don't have that type of perseverance, so they need a group. So why not be with a group of men who like to work out to help challenge you and become better? Number three is men that lack ambition and goals. Look, I understand everybody doesn't want to be 10% body fat making $1 million. Like, those are extremes, and I get that. But like I've always said, this life is competitive. You should be competing every single day, because inflation goes up every single year. So if you didn't make more money than what you made last year, you lost that whole entire year because you're losing. My mental process is, why am I not continuing to work hard? Why am I not continuing to push myself? Because inflation, everything gets expensive. I need to continue to improve. That shows ambition and drive. And if you're around men that have that same type of ambition and drive, just like that, it's going to continue to push you. And even if you slack off, your friends will say, hey man, you just slacking off. You need to get back on your horse. You need to keep working hard. That type of positive energy is a lot of energy that a lot of men don't have, and it's unfortunate because it should come from your parents. But like I've Y'all know the quote I've always said, just because your parents are good people doesn't mean they're not a loser mindset wise. So you need to get around people who have high ambition, who have high goals, because people that have that type of ambition and goals, that energy is infectious. It will start making you work harder and you may not even notice it. Number 4 is a man that's always constantly complaining. Look, I understand everyone isn't rich. I understand people are given some bad hands in life. We don't all have the same social economic status, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to persevere and work through that. And it's not going to make it easier if you're around someone who's always constantly complaining, crying, whining. Now, you know what? Let me take out the word complaint. Let me say whining and crying, because if you complain and fix something, that's different. But if you just complain and don't do nothing, that's more about whining and crying, because you're just doing it just to vent, but you're not doing nothing after that. There's no type of action. There's no type of improvement. And it's sad that a lot of the adults I've worked with in my whole entire life fit this category. They just whine and cry, and I've helped giving them answers. Like, for instance, this woman I knew, she wanted to lose weight. I helped her with a diet plan and everything for free so she wouldn't cry. And guess what happened? She didn't lose any weight. She was just crying and whining just to get some type of attention, just to vent. Now, it's okay to vent, but man, you need to vent with action to improve, not vent just to go back to where you were. That'll be like me saying this, man, I don't like how my YouTube channel is. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to put out more content so my YouTube channel can grow. But I sit there and do nothing. And then next week I wonder why I have the same amount of subscribers or my channel didn't grow. Number 5, this one I think a lot of men are going to go through, especially your male friends. If they're a simp or pushover in their relationship. Now, they're not a simp if they're in a relationship. They're a simp or a pushover if they can't put their foot down and correct their girlfriend or wife if they're wrong. Now, I already know off the bat, if you're a woman watching this, you may say, well, Adrian, what happened if I'm the one constantly always right? Well, congratulations. You married a loser. I don't know why you did, but that's a you problem. The main reason for me bringing up this point is I've been around certain social gatherings or situations to where his girlfriend is so used to punking that man, regardless if he's right or wrong, she tries to bring that energy to his friends. I have been in situations where I know it's Sunday service, I shouldn't be doing this, but y'all know we keep it a buck here. I've had to tell the girl, look, I understand you treat your man like a bitch, but that's not me. You do that with your man. I ain't like that. I have been in situations like that. And what I've come to realize is men that are simps and pushover in relationships is because they're too weak and soft. Now, once again, I'm talking about if their girlfriend or wife is wrong and they can't check them. That's the only point I'm making. I'm not saying that if you're in a committed relationship, you're married or have a girlfriend, you're a simp or a pushover. I'm not saying that. And I know one commenter said they're different. To me, pretty much they're the same. Different levels, but doesn't matter. It shouldn't be a level to either one of those when you're a man, but that's just my personal opinion. Those are the top 5 men you should either want to avoid or limit your time around. Now, me personally, I avoid hanging around men like that because I don't want to be around weak men. I don't want to be around men who are simps and pushovers in a relationship. I don't want to be around men who lack ambition and goals. Don't want to be around men who don't work out. I don't want to be around men who are passive aggressive, because those don't benefit me. It's not going to benefit us. And why would you want to hang around someone like that? But y'all, those are just my points and opinions. But if you disagree with any of those 5, or if you have any more points, what are some reasons you wouldn't want to hang around certain men? I'm curious to know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next video.